Um, I want to remind everyone we are being recorded as usual via YouTube, so please apply appropriately. I want to start the meeting by asking for approval of the minutes from the meeting of 6/24/26. Could I have a motion to approve those minutes of June 24, 26?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Before we do our usual mission moment, I'd like to take a second here to pause and recognize the passing of Mr. Bill Gaskell, who passed away earlier this month. Mr. Gaskell was Metro Health's longest serving board member, dedicated more than 30 years of service to the Metro Health Board of Trustees, a majority of those years as board chair. As a board chair, I can't imagine how he was able to survive 30 years, and I think that's amazing. He was deeply committed to the mission of this organization and made a lasting impact through his leadership, wisdom, and service. I personally met him on numerous occasions, had a chance to talk to him both when he was serving and afterward, and he was a fine gentleman and has learned quite a bit from him. So I definitely appreciate all that he did for Metro Health. We will honor Mr. Mr. Gaskell more formally before the end of the year. I just want to take this opportunity to recognize his life, legacy, and extraordinary contribution to Metro Health. And if we'll take a moment here, just like a moment of silence in remembrance. Thank you all. We'll now move on to our mission moment. Dr. Alexander, would you like to say a few words to set this up?
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Walker. And just to follow up on what you have said so kindly about Mr. Gaskell, he was in the hospital, I don't know, Jim, a few months ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And I was able to go and visit with him, and truly I could have stayed there the entire night speaking with him talking about the history of Metro Health and how important the community was, and just such an incredible human being with such profound dedication to community and to service and to mission. So deeply appreciate what he did for us. And as I think about this, and we'll talk more toward the end of my report, like I think about the people who truly have been the pillars of our institution, he being one of them, but another that you will see honored in this mission moment. This is really in dedication to another one of those staff members that will have left lasting impact through his work. And so as we opened up that health center, we have opportunity to honor those who have just made such significant contributions to who we are as an institution. And so with this mission moment, we will be talking about Mr. Walter Jones. So I'll let you take it from here, Stephanie, and share this beautiful tribute to him.
We are immensely proud of all of Walter's professional achievements in Atlanta and Dallas. However, Walter believed that his architectural contributions to Cleveland would serve as the crowning jewel of his career. We agree.
Walter's leadership inspired us. His spirit and passion live on through these buildings and those that he touched. His work has transformed the Metro Health campus and has established the foundation for our future.
Now, with the support of the Scholars Endowment and the signage of the men who believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to, more students will have an opportunity to build upon the foundation that Walter laid.
To the family of Mr. Walter B. Jones, I want you to know that this scholarship has helped me in many ways that words can't even describe. From contributing to a growing $50,000 a year bill, to relieving stress off my mother, who once didn't think that a morals education was possible with our financial background. Through many parts of my life, I'm a living testament that his legacy will live on.
It has been a reminder that there are people who believe in students like me and are willing to invest in our future. As a first-generation college student from Cleveland, Ohio, pursuing a degree in chemical engineering has come with challenges. Engineering is a demanding field, and the financial burden of colleges can sometimes feel overwhelming. Your generosity is making a lasting difference, and I hope to honor this legacy throughout my career by giving back to my community and helping create opportunities for those who come after me.
Walter's work here and at other renowned public health systems like Parkland in Dallas and Grady in Atlanta is a bridge, a walkway connecting healthcare to our communities and our neighborhoods. His legacy is a clear walkway between our community and better health and better lives.
I'm Walter Jones. I am the Senior Vice President of Campus Transformation for the Metro Health System. And I have to always say that is the best title I've ever had in my career.
Just as we close this, you know, those two young students that received the scholarship, having known Walter and having had the opportunity to meet them, especially Aaron, that I've had many opportunities to interact with it as he came with me to different meetings across the community. They definitely represent the best of what Walter was about. And so I hope that through that scholarship, you know, I'm glad they're able to further their education, but may they return to Cleveland. May they have some lasting connection to Metro Health. With that, Dr. Walker, I turn it back to you.
Thank you. And again, I echo your comments. Another gentleman I got to meet when we first started talking about the ideas of what to rebuild this campus. And again, a great gentleman I was very honored to work with. So he's definitely missed. All right, I think we're now ready for our committee reports, and we will start with the Campus Transformation and Constructions Committee, which I happen to chair. We had an update on our outpatient health centers, the campus transformation construction, where we are with that, the emergency department refresh, legacy buildings planning, that, as well as our facilities management update we received. Then we went into executive session. We talked about resolution of some remedial work regarding the exterior window system, which I think we've reached a satisfactory conclusion to resolve that problem. Some thoughts and ideas of how we can upgrade the campus water service to service now and for future. We talked about the closeout of the outpatient project and any claims resolutions. And from that, we will see later, we have a recommendation for approval of expenditures for space planning. And that was pretty much the gist of that meeting. Are there any questions? Hearing none, we will now move on to the strategy committee. Mr. Arnold.
Thank you, Dr. Chair. The strategy committee met on August 12th. We had a light public agenda where we approved minutes from May. But we did have a robust discussion in the executive session where we discussed some of the updates around the 2026 system goals. Following that, we received a local and federal government relations update, as well as following that discussion with discussion around some of our strategic initiatives on the operational front. We did dive into some geographic expansion discussions and concluded our discussion with a discussion around our network expansion strategy. There was some conversation on further discussion topics that we will take up in the strategy committee. And after that, we adjourned to public session and adjourned the meeting. And those are the report, those are the summary of the report from the August 12th strategy meeting. Any questions? Thank you, Dr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold. I will now move on to the Quality, Safety, and Experience Committee, Mr. Ron D.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. We met today from 11 to about 12:55, standard approved minutes. I had to get that in.
12:52.
As we always start, we start with the patient safety catch, and today we had a very telling one because the patient safety catch looked at reduction of harm to patients on campus, and the one that was presented today not only reduced harm to the patients on campus, but also reduced harm across the nation because it was a change that our vendor made and some programming in the electronic medical record. Switched over to continuous performance improvement training update. In the consent agenda, you'll see a resolution related to supportive level 1 trauma center. We then went into executive session and got an update on some workplace safety updates related to projects aimed at improving the safety of campus for our employees, our patients, and our visitors. Then pivoted to an everyday excellence and system as they try to continue to change the Metro Health culture to focus on improving patient safety, patient care, and outcomes. Made a review of ambulatory HCC metric, and then received an update on our quality, safety, and experience goals update from Ms. Ravick and her team. After which we moved out of executive session back to open meeting and adjourned. Heading everyone's questions.
Hearing none, thank you. Thank you, Ron. Now we will have, as you have heard, there were 2 items on the consent agenda. The first was a reaffirmation of commitment to maintain a level 1 adult trauma
Dr.
center.
Walker, Dr. Walker.
Mr. Chairman, you want to allow Mr.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Moss to go for the finance committee?
I'm sorry. I apologize, and let me explain. The meeting was so long, I figured he'd already given
I've been
me
doing
it.
that all day, so you're good, right? So you're making me look good. That's good. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I thought you'd already given it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe.
Well, the Investment and Finance Committee met today at 1 o'clock. We heard from Clearstead, and they gave a report on the second quarter of 2026. Cash on hand was $709 million. That was down a little bit from $714 million last quarter. The non-reserve, this is the investment portion of what we hold in what we call our cash, was $216 million. It was up 10.7% for the quarter. The captive, which is our insurance, was approximately $130 million, up from $120 million last quarter, up about 8.2%. And the reserve, which is mostly in cash and protected very safe investments, of $245 million, was basically a little bit to the positive. Then we heard from Mr. Rooney and Ms. Morales, who gave us an update on the financials for so far for the year. Our EBITDA was $129.1 million versus $79 million in 2025. In 2026 second quarter, we were $53 million, which is our operating gain was $54 million versus the budget, $54 million better than the budget. And year to date, we are $75 million better than we were in 2025. Revenue was up 4.7% for the budget, and expenses were 3% above budget. Discharges, operations, emergency room output, visits, all kind of a mixed bag, but a little bit down, but showing remarkable improvement, especially if we look to date. Assets remained about the same at about $2.9 billion. And our payer mix, we continue to see self-pay, which went from 6.6% to 7.2% this year, and something we're watching very closely, which has a big effect on our bottom line. And as mentioned, cash on hand was $123 days. Our capital budget summary, we're pretty much right on track. We've spent during the second quarter 50% of our capital budget. If there's anything else, that's all I got. And there were no resolutions. Any questions? Thank you.
And I apologize. Thank you, Mr. Moss. We'll now move on to the consent agenda. As I was saying, the first is a reaffirmation of a commitment to maintain a level 1 adult trauma center at the mental health system. For those of you who are new, this is something we do on a periodic basis. It's sort of routine, but again, I think it's very important for the board to, continue with commitment that the mental health system continue to have in the level 1 adult trauma center. The second is an approval of an additional expenditures for space planning, programming, and design services. Could I have a motion to approve these? Second. Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you. All right. I will now turn the meeting over to Dr. Alexander, who provide any additional comments to the written CEO report that's in your packet.
So obviously more details available in your packet, but as you saw through the video, our outpatient health center, you saw a little snippet of it. It did open in July and has just been a wonderful facility, much easier to navigate, very warm, very welcoming, and have had lots of wonderful comments from both the patients being seen there as well as the staff that work there. So very excited about that. As we think about health centers, I just again want to recognize the celebration of the Kenneth Clement Center that marked the 50th anniversary of the opening of an outpatient health center that was rooted in the community, for the community, by the community. Just an incredible celebration that was enjoyed by many. And so that really just wasn't just the very first, it was the start of what has now become our entire network of outpatient health centers rooted in the places where people live and work and play. So just an incredible place. And as we think about that and we think about moving forward, the growth and transitions in our hospital system in those 50 years, pretty incredible. We had an employee appreciation event, which ended up being quite eventful given the severe thunderstorms that moved through the area. So we literally had our overnight staff that were able to enjoy the celebration and then had to race into the building as there were winds and tents flying and all kinds of things that magically cleared up by the afternoon hours. So quite a celebration of our employees this year. We have several awards and recognitions that you will see listed in my written work, but just, again, recognizing the incredible work of our nursing staff, specifically in the emergency department, some academic achievements, and our rehabilitation institute being recognized. So further details there. And then an update on leadership. We continue to have success in recruiting excellent chairs, and the two we want to recognize are folks that were homegrown that assumed leadership positions, and that's Dr. Joseph, who takes over as the chair of surgery, and Dr. Aaron Baker, who takes over as chair of ENT, as Dr. Stepnick was elevated into the executive suite. And we started off today's meeting recognizing Walter Jones. There's some words honoring him in my written report, but then also honoring Dr. Bob Smith, who died recently. And as I think of the three men we're honoring today, Mr. Gaskell, who really helped to build the foundation of support by his work, here on the board, and Walter Jones, who really helped us with building the infrastructure that supports the work that we do. Dr. Smith supported all of the people that work within the institution. Though his focus was meant to be around the medical staff, he built our first employee assistance program and then came back to the institution to build a similar program that serves the medical staff. But he was here for all of us and truly was the person who got us through some of our toughest days. So just wanted to take a moment to recognize him. We will have a celebration of his life that will be planned later in the fall, and probably Dr. Tagliaferro may have a few more words about that, but the rest of the details are contained within my report. Thank you.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, thank you, Dr. Alexander. Well, okay, we'll now move on to the medical staff report. Dr. Tagliaferro, are you ready?
Thank you, Dr. Walker. Yep, we are saddened with the passing of Dr. Bob Smith. The medical staff will honor Dr. Smith in late October with a memorial involving his wife and son. We will host one in a conference room in Glick, and we will have people join us for a small reception. We'll communicate that when the date is firm. There is overall satisfaction at the main campus for the convenience of the Wellness Center, which you, the board, named after Dr. Bob Smith 2 months ago. So thank you for doing that. With the opening of the OPHC, we've seen traffic increase and overall positive reactions to having the medical staff in the OPA office present for their needs. On Wednesdays, we have a representative from the library for providers to learn to use some of our library resources. Additionally, we have EAP present with resources and tools to assist with any EAP issues. We also have a CDI representative up in the Wellness Center Monday through Friday, and this has helped our hospitalists with their clinical documentation to properly bill for their procedures. Giving the medical staff a lunch on Wednesdays has created an atmosphere for our providers to sit with each other and discuss cases and referrals. So, and thank you for naming that after Bob Smith. Academic promotions are being celebrated on September 1st. Dean Gerson comes to visit campus once a year to recognize the promotions, appointments, awards of tenures, and endowments. The OPA office and medical staff office is working with the foundation teams to get the word out for donations to endowments and employee giving. One exciting project in the works is developing an alumni committee, engaging our emeritus staff. See you, Dr. Campbell. You are engaged, that's for sure. And with that, that concludes my medical staff report. I kindly ask the board for a motion to approve the minutes from MEC meeting on Friday, July 10th, and the Credentials Committee meetings on June 30th, July 14th, July 28th, and August 11th.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Any other comments or questions for Dr. Tagliaferro? If not, thank you, Dr. Tagliaferro. All right, we are now ready to move into executive session to discuss hospital trade secrets as defined by ORC 1333.61 and to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or an investigation of charges or complaints against a public official, and to conference with the public body's attorney to discuss disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action as defined by ORC 121.22G. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Thank you. We will now do a roll call. Mr. Arnold,
Yes.
Dr. Campbell,
Yes.
Mr. Corlett,
Yes.
Mr. Ron D,
Yes.
Ms. Garcia. You're still muted, but I think you said yes. I'm gonna read your, so I think you said yes. Thank you. Ms. Long.
Yes, sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Gail. Ms. Mendez.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Moss,
Yes.
Mr. Summers,
Yes.
and Dr. Walker says yes. So if we could ask the public to step out, we'll move into executive session.
And we are back in public session, Dr. Walker.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rose. Again, thank all of you for some very enlightening and interesting discussions during our executive session. We're now back in public session and I'm back on YouTube. I would like to ask for a motion to approve the resolution of the approval of naming of a facility in recognition of contributions made for the benefit of the Metro Health System. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any abstention? The motion passes. Is there any other business before us this day? If not, thank you all for a long day and hopefully we get to enjoy a little bit of the sunshine out there.